when you are trying to compromise at all levels, you compromise in your choice of consultant or choice of company to build for you, you are likely to have a building collapse.
Today we'll be introducing a new building partner here at Graygold Realty. Remember, what we do is to bring you the best, most affordable real estate. Even after buying from us, you should be rest assured that we got you on your building project. If you're watching me for the first time, my name is Vivian Okiche. I am your lead consultant here on Graygold Realty, bringing you the best, most affordable real estate. It's what we know how to do best. We'll be introducing our new building partner in no time, so you definitely want to stay tuned to this channel. Don't skip, don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back. Take this opportunity, like, subscribe, and share this video to your loved ones. I'll be right back. Thank you for watching. You are welcome back to the Graygold Realty channel. And right with us, we have a new building partner. Yes, you heard me right. For those of you who have bought properties from us, landed properties from us, we have you covered for your buildings, okay? So you have nothing to worry about. So with me is a great personality who I have known over the years. And trust me, if we put our seal on it, then it is worth investing in it. All right, Mr. Dipo Emmanuel, Oladipo Emmanuel, I call him Dipo, so yeah. You're welcome to the Graygold Realty channel.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome, sir. All right. I'm particularly very elated to have this personality right here, because he's somebody that can't even get hold of him, okay? Because he's a very busy person trying to make sure every building that is under his purview is delivered in premium style. All right. And that is why we have decided to, go further to strengthen our business relationship. To say, you know what? Why don't you come on board Graygold Realty and let us have you as one of our building contractors? And that's why we're here. All right. So, Mr. Oladipo, I will be asking you some questions that a lot of our clients are yearning to ask, or have been yearning to ask developers or builders or contractors. All right. But before I do that, I want you to introduce yourself to everyone watching. All right, clients in Nigeria and in the diaspora. So introduce yourself. Just go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So once again, let me say a big thanks to you for having me here. I think I'm more elated than you have to be here.
Thank you.
Graygold is a great company to work with.
Thank you.
Okay, so having said that, my name is Oladipo Emmanuel. You keep calling me Dipo. That's fine. So I guess I'm an architect.
Yeah.
Working with us. Different fulfillers in the building industry. So we do a lot of residential, commercial development, construction. And of course, just as you've been able to see, we have been able to deliver quite some buildings, in Lagos State here. And then I think it will be a great thing for us to also work with Graygold.
So thank you. All right, so that's for his personal profile. Well, now let's go to his business profile. Under your company, I am aware that you're a certified architect, yeah. And you have management staff who are into construction, plumbing, and whatnot. So tell us about the different tiers of management that you have.
Okay. Yeah. So I am the privileged MD of our company, and then we have the board of management, we have both the directors, we even also have an advisory board, people that we are kind of also responsible to. So under us, the management team, we have the head of architects, we have the head of engineering, department. Under our engineering department, we have the builders,
okay.
We have the mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, design up to obtaining government approval, is there. Then we also have the building stock engineering department, where we have our builders. We also have mechanical and electrical engineers. Then we have also the estimating department.
Okay.
Of course, where we have people that
QS.
QS.
All right.
Then of course we have the accounts department, because we also need to be
very accountable for everything.
Because there are cases where we might need to actually give you an account,
Yeah.
maybe when for a reason a project has to come to a stop.
To a whole. Okay.
So we need to do an account of the fine. How much have we, been paid vis-a-vis to what job has been done.
Okay.
So we need an account department that helps us to do that. And then we also have this challenge of taxes, and VAT coming in, all those things. So we need an accounts department to handle all our, financial stuffs on that.
Okay, that's nice.
So it's a full-fledged company. You have every department that is required. So we are like a one-stop center for all your building construction need. Everything that you need, we do them, and then of course we can work anywhere. We have branches in Ogun State. By God's grace, we funded up this area, working on opening a branch in Ibadan. And then just last week, I opened a small office in Benin.
Nice.
Because we have somebody called us from Benin, like 2-3 jobs coming up from Benin. They find let's just have like
it's flagship.
Exactly.
Nice.
So that is okay.
Okay, nice. Thank you so much, Dikwo. That's been very insightful information, because I believe before any investor gives you their trust, gives you their funding or their money, they need to trust you first. Okay, and that is one of our first things. Okay, our operations is here at Graygold Realty. It's actually stands on the ethos of the trust of investors. So we don't just want to rush in and say, we have a building partner that we cannot rely on. It goes as far as to say, we trust this person. We have done our due diligence. You can invest with him by giving him your money to build for you. And guess what? Graygold isn't just going to be a property development company that will say, okay, Mr. Dikwo, come and build. No. We also have our own quality control team that will be on your site, okay? Anytime products are coming in, anytime you're having any inflow of product like cement, iron rod, gravel, or whatever the case may be, we'll be there to say that, yes, the quality that you're using is good enough, okay? When I say we're going to checkmate you, but we are also doing that for our client. That's also one of the service that we do.
So, sorry to cut you. So that is expected from you. Yeah, that is, but you have to do that, not because you don't trust us, but because your client will be asking you questions first before they come to us.
Yeah.
So they need to know that you are actually on top of the situation.
Exactly.
So we will be giving you reports, but you are also supposed to be able to bump in on us,
of course,
anytime.
At any time.
Like before coming here, and like I told you, we were having casting. You just have to clean up myself to call, and then the client sent in a rep to call. We have nothing to be afraid of.
Wow.
So that should be that will be part of your own duties, to be coming to us at any time. And I'm telling you, you can come in unnoticed. All
right, thank you so much. Okay, so further on this interview, I would like to take opportunity to ask you questions that a lot of our clients have actually jotted down. Okay, because I had a Zoom meeting with some of my clients. I said, you know what, we're going to be having new building partners. Okay, what would you like to ask? Would you like to know about anything? And they sent me some few insightful questions. And one of the first questions some of them asked are, aside the facade of a building, okay, what is an investor supposed to look out for? All right, because a lot of buildings, you see buildings looking very flamboyant, but the quality of the building is almost zero to nothing, right? So tell us about, what does it take for you to say this is a good building?
Okay, I think I must appreciate whoever would have asked you that question. Maybe he or she had
an experience.
I know that question will come up. Okay, so straight to the answer to that. When it's close to building,
okay,
3 things are paramount to construction of any building.
Okay.
In fact, now let me say 4.
Okay.
Because approval from government is paramount. If your building does not have approval, I've had clients who come to us and said, I'm going to tell them, we are sorry, without approval, we cannot deal with it, because when the chips are down, it's coming to us.
It boils down to you.
Yes. So the first thing is, every building needs to be approved by governments, by LAPSCA, by every government perspective that needs to approve it. That needs to be there. Okay, so that is just on the power. Now on the building itself, there are 3 key things Number 1 is durability. Number 2 is functionality. Number 3 is aesthetics, define it. But unfortunately, what people focus more on
it is the aesthetics.
Aesthetics. Because nobody wants to come to a building and be asking you, yeah, break your walls or break your slab. Let me see the quality.
Exactly.
Postmate, you know. But that is why when you are built, and that is why you will be covered, because, for instance, when we are doing a casting, the best time for me to know what quality you are putting into the casting is from the formwork, is from
the reinforcement stage.
Yes, there are drawings that we have to follow from the engineers, and these drawings are not just an assumption, okay? They are designed for the building to be stable against any natural, any effects, both man-made and both man-made and natural.
Yeah.
To prevent collapse of any kind. Okay, so when you are not there at that time, every contractor will cut corner at that side, that time. Okay, because in the construction, in a building, whatever could go wrong might not go wrong in 5 years. Yes, in 5 years, nothing might go wrong. But after a few years, we are beginning to see some cracks that are not bearable. And I begin to see your building tilting
to one side.
Because I've seen a lot of that, you know.
Yeah.
So that you can see a building standing looking so beautiful, the paint perfect, the door, everything, sanitary is wonderful. But after a few years, it starts to tilt. It starts to go
tilt to one side.
Tilt to one.
Or water begins to sip from the under. That is because the reinforcement was weak.
That is because the entire structure of the foundation was weak. So when there is no durability in consideration, when the builder is building, there will be problem. Okay, another thing there is functionality. Okay, so I will give an instance. So we're trying to get an accommodation for some of our senior staff, and then I went to a house to see where they want to live, and they were showing me a bathroom combined, toilet and shower. As little as I am, I can't stand there and have my shower
comfortably.
Not even fetch my toothpaste. Okay, that bathroom is not functional. The fact that all it is made for
is to shower.
But then I need to be comfortable. I love to read in my bathroom. I love to sit. I can spend hours in it's my bathroom. Okay, but when you don't add that, and that is a design failure. So that building is not functional. Or when you are in your room and you just have to, to like put on your AC 24/7 for you to be comfortable, that room is not functional.
True.
It's not. It is not sustainable, okay? Because you have, I'm telling now that we are the areas of high cost of petrol subsidies. Imagine you having to run your generator powered by diesel or whatever it is for a long time just because you want to be here. Okay? So this place is comfortable. Okay? So we don't have to put on our AC. It's not because we don't have power to fuel your generator, okay? But because at this time of the day, it is not necessary.
I don't have enough ventilation. The windows are wide enough.
Yes, enough. So and the lighting is adequate.
And it has a high headroom.
High headroom. Thank you. So these are the things that that you look out for that makes your building functional. So simply put, the ability of a space to perform the intended function is what we call functionality in building.
Wow. Nice.
If I have a kitchen, it must be functional. Okay, so I should be able to stand with my wife, my children, all of us in the kitchen.
In the kitchen and have a talk time.
Yes,
without putting ourselves.
Exactly. So these are the things that people need to look up and that we put into our designs. I've been taught him I will waste time on because everybody knows that. But one thing that I will say is that we are not underplaying the finance or aesthetics. Even aesthetics is also part of structural, the design of the structure. But I'll talk about fixtures. You see, when you have a durable building and you have bad fixture, I can take it. So
because you can change it.
Thank you.
So it is replaceable.
Yes, I can.
So if your fixtures are not perfect, you can replace it.
Yes, but if my building is tilted,
you can't replace it. You have to bring it down.
That is it. If there is a building collapse, what do I do?
There's a structural defect. You can't really do much.
That you can do. So as like when people came to our site, that is why I always like my clients coming to sites anytime of the day. I tell you, I don't have to be on the site. You don't even have to tell me I'm going to your site. I was doing a video, and then when your team, when they came, I was showing them the quality of even the conduit pipe that will be buried in the
wall.
Okay, and then how thick it is. Anybody can just go and buy you any cable and fix for you.
Yeah.
All our pipes too, everything that we use is top notch. We don't use local reinforcements. You know, we use CNC and follow details. When we want to do our casting, it is under regulation that you invite labs
come and supervise
before you cast. Okay, to see what you have done, to see how you've been able to arrange your highland bars and everything. And then they also want to see the quality of your concrete.
Your concrete.
The quality of your water,
your formwork, basically
everything.
Yeah.
If you have something to hide, you will not invite them.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there was a time that we forgot to invite them, and they came and said they are going to do NDT. NDT is non-destructive test to know the durability, stability of the building. Fine, go ahead. So and then and then that. So basically, these are the things that clients need or that you may be looking out for. Okay. And I thought on that because we sent in a guy to us, and the guy was asking me so many.
That's our job.
So this is what I'm going to be facing.
Yeah.
Then we have nothing to be afraid of because we have done all that wanted to see.
Yeah. So I'm somebody who likes to see good, even though the situation appears or seems really bad. Okay, so how did I meet this young man here? So a client of mine was building somewhere, and he said to me, "Oh, Vivian, this guy, I will not use him again. If I have this, he will tell me no, get a higher quality, blah, blah, blah." So I realized that client was actually complaining to his advantage, not to the advantage of the building, was completely to the advantage of his pocket. and I said, who is this young man? Who is this architect that is not willing to compromise? I said, you know what, can I have his number? Maybe I can find a way around it. And I got his number, and that's how we became partners. And guess what? I like the fact that he wasn't really down for compromising materials. He wanted to give clients the best. But the client at that time did not understand that it is for his own good in the long run. Okay, for instance, you want to do reinforcement and say the budget is about, say, 10 million naira or 20 million naira, and you're saying, no, you have 7 million naira. How does that work? When the QS has given you the costing, and the most you can do is to say you want to get the materials yourself. And if you get the materials yourself and they're not quality to what his company can manage, sorry, this young man will pull out and he'll tell you, I'm done, I can't do it. So because of your integrity.
But there was something that happened. I don't know if the man told you that. So when we had that, you just say, fine, if you are going to bring these materials, we're allowed to. So when they brought them, I said, these are not quality enough.
Of course.
But you will need to sign and undertake it.
Undertake it, yes.
So, okay, fine. We are using this material under your instruction, and if you want to sign it.
Why do buildings collapse? We've had series of building collapse in Lagos. Okay, why do you think building collapse? I don't want to mention the locations, but you guys are aware that building has been collapsing since God knows when in Lagos and even in Nigeria. I mean, it happens all over the world, but in Lagos, I feel we have a very solid ground foundation. Okay, whether on the island or on the mainland. If it's on the islands, okay, they have to do a lot of sound filling. Some places on the island, you have to sound fill. Some places on the island, the topography is dry. Still, you have to sound fill because some places the roads are not yet done. If the roads come up, the roads might be higher than the foundation that you have. So regardless of the case, you have to sand fill to bring up your foundation. Regardless, buildings are still collapsing. What is this and why?
Yeah, so building collapse. There are a lot of things that causes building collapse.
Okay.
But then, let me say this, Lagos does not have a solid roof.
Oh, okay.
Lagos, and let me say a larger part of the highland, even down to mainland after island, the land are not stable.
Okay.
So if you want to see a stable land, we'll go to Abuja, you go to Abeokuta.
And because of the rocky foundation.
That is why you cannot compare the cost of construction in that place, because they don't have to spend more in that. Now there are some parts of the, in Lagos State, when you want to build, the first thing that you have to do is to do your soil test.
Okay.
And when you do your soil test, the person that's going to do it must be experienced. The person that will interpret must be experienced, and you must be ready to pay it. But there will be some areas where they recommend that this should be on pie foundation, either short or long, different types of pies. And there are some areas where raft will be recommended. Even where raft is also recommended, there are different designs of rafts. So you have this kind of expensive foundation in Lagos because of the terrain, because of the richness of the nature
on the soil.
Of the soil. But still having that kind of a foundation, we are still having building collapse. So basically, I will list out some things that causes a building collapse. Building collapse starts from design. Most stuff starts from design. So when your building is not designed by a professional structural engineer, you are likely to have a building collapse. Once the design is faulty, you are likely to have a building collapse. And this is, you see, when a building collapse, okay, when you try to investigate, you see that even the client play a major role in collapse. Okay, so you have a client, just like the client that we were talking about. If I had agreed to what he had wanted me to do, because he wanted to save cost, okay, we would have been in a
disaster
mess, okay, in a big mess. And we have turned down the job because some clients would tell us they want us to do 4-bedroom duplex in 3 months. I tell them, maybe I'm not experienced up to that. In 3
months, who does that?
I will not, because building is like a baby in your womb, okay? It has to take.
There are stages,
okay, that you have to follow. So number one thing here is when there is a when there is a fault in your design, then when you are trying to compromise at all levels, you compromise in your choice of consultant or choice of company to build for you. You decide to put aside companies that can do this, because you see, most of these companies, they are registered. Okay, they are governed by laws. There is a lot at stake for them to use. But you choose to go to Baba Loku, Baba Sekira, because I which you built your friend's house 2 years ago. It was a lovely. Something happened. I wanted to get some wood supply from a wood supplier, and I was telling me that he is doing 3 decking in a place. I was like, are you not a wood supplier? I like, you are selling wood. Are you the one doing the decking, the slab, or you are supplying them wood? He said he's the one doing this. And I kept quiet. What is his qualification? What qualifies him to be the one doing that decking? What kind of a client will give his slab, to a wood supplier, no matter the level of relationship? Okay, so if I am having issue with my eyes, I won't come to you because you're my friend or because we are partners in anything. But when I need something on land, hey, I'll come to you. So why would you give your slab, to a wood supplier? Okay, and there are so many elite clients too that does this kind of.
Of course, I see a lot of elite clients do that
because they think that, and people don't know that durability, quality is a function of cost.
It is.
You cannot separate cost from quality. Forget it. Okay, so people try to cut corner. The client try to cut corner by engaging quack in their building construction. Then contractors too, they cut corners.
Let me say something to that. Oh, I'm sorry for cutting you short. So I remember a 8-story building that we were, trying to partner with somewhere in VI. Okay, and I was really disappointed that this man was actually applying direct labor on that side. he was applying direct labor, and I saw artisans going up and down carrying what's it called on their head. It's something called, if you, for instance, you have a concrete that has been mixed, okay? I may not know much about building, okay, but I've had opportunities to, build some of my the contractors, tell me, okay, Vivian, you know what, can you supply this? Because we did a lot of supply. Okay, so I've had opportunities to be around builders, okay, to watch what they do, and I see these things. And just so you know, I'm not just a regular realtor that doesn't know what it entails to what it entails to build. I have one or two knowledge that can actually guide even you, the investor, who is planning on buying a particular property from me. Okay, so guess what? They're carrying direct labor, and you see some of these artisans, they are sitting down, the concrete is already curing. Instead of them to do the leg work faster, so that it doesn't cure, it begins to cure on their head.
It's failing. These are the costs of building collapse.
Okay.
And then, of course, there could also be natural ones. I mean, yes, but those ones sometimes you cannot prevent them from happening.
Okay, good.
Don't have so much of that in Nigeria. So basically, this side they call it software building.
Okay. Yeah. So when you say cut corners, I want to be clear. So take for instance the iron rod. I know that there are fake iron rods. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So things like that can actually cause building collapse.
Iron rod, we have different sizes of iron rods. We have 20, and then you have 60, you have 12, you have 10, you have 8, and then we have those sizes are the common ones that we use. So there are places where you're supposed to use 20 mm, somebody can decide to use 16 mm.
Okay.
That could cost.
Okay, good. All right. So having said this, I don't want to bore our viewers. Okay. So if you are looking for a good building contractor to take over your project, your building project, okay, here in Lagos or anywhere in Nigeria, you can reach out to us and we will do the needful and to making sure that your building is in the safest hands, okay? I'm using this medium to actually say congratulations to all of our clients who have invested in Graygold Realty, who took it very personal to give us their trust. Because it is one thing for you to invest and it's one thing for you to trust your realtor or trust your property advisor. Okay, I make bold to say this here at Graygold Realty. We're not just here as realtors to sell land. We are here to keep value, to give value to you, the investor. All right, so that whenever you are anywhere in the world, you are rest assured that Graygold got you covered, whether in purchase or building. So having said this, thank you, sir, for coming on my channel. Okay, for further inquiries, like and subscribe, okay, to this channel, and also call our numbers or visit our website, okay, and get more information on everything lands and houses in Lagos. Remember, if you're watching for the first time, my name is Vivian Okiche. I am the lead consultant here on Graygold Realty, bringing you the best, most affordable real estate here in Lagos, so that whenever you are making that investment decision, you'll be making the right choice. Having said this and more, thank you for watching and see you next time. Can you say bye-bye to them? Bye!